Long day. NFL picks. Week 5. Week 5 already. The season's flying by. And you guys want the NFL picks, and you're going to get them. You're going to get them right now. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get them because you like them. Week 5 NFL picks. So, first off, we got Detroit at Miami. Or Detroit and Miami have bye weeks this week because I think last week I forgot to mention the byes. Just going to get that out there right away. Detroit, who I believe got screwed against Kansas City. Miami, oh my God, it's probably the only time of the year Miami isn't going to lose is on a bye week, and it's the closest thing they'll probably have to a win. But anyway, tonight's game. The LA Rams are a 1.5 point underdog at Seattle. Okay, so the Rams have one freaking bad game, and now all of a sudden they're the underdogs. What is wrong with these analysis, honestly? This is also the same Seattle Seahawks team who lost at home to Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints, which is turning out not to be too bad, by the way. So the Rams had a bad game. I was wrong. I mean, they scored a lot of points. They just couldn't keep... There was no defense in that game. So the Rams had a bad game. I look for them to come back at Seattle. It's going to be a close game because it's a division game. But I look 31-21. I look for the Rams to rebound. After that horrible defensive performance, probably the worst I've seen in 2 years out of them, I look for them to rebound at Seattle. Pittsburgh is a 3.5 point underdog at home against Baltimore. Well, Baltimore coming off a pounding of the hands of the freaking Cleveland Browns, who are clicking on all cylinders, are a pretty good freaking team. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati last week, but like I said, what the hell is that to say? Nothing. Mason Rudolph does look good, though, I will say. He's probably playing just as good as Big Ben is. As a matter of fact, they're better off without Big Ben. I've always said that last couple weeks. So they're at home. They're getting 3.5 against Baltimore. Baltimore now has lost 2 straight after starting that 2-0. Everybody got that hype on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, like I said, is a good quarterback, but he played 2 shitty, garbage-ass teams at the beginning of the year. I said, wait till he plays a good team, and he played Kansas City tough, but they got smoked by the Browns. So it's at Pittsburgh. Baltimore's got to win here. And if Pittsburgh wins, they're now tied, believe it or not, which very well could happen. But I look for Baltimore to rebound. 27-20. Baltimore rebounds and covers the point spread. At London, now it's Oakland versus Chicago, and Oakland's getting 5.5. Chicago coming off that big defensive beatdown on the Minnesota Vikings and the $90 million man Kirk Cousins, who to me looked absolutely worthless. Granted, he's kind of in the same situation Andy Dalton is in Cincinnati with no freaking offensive line whatsoever, so he's constantly running for his life. But Chicago's good. There's just no two ways about it. They're good. Oakland's not bad either after the display they showed at Indianapolis. I like Chicago to go 4-1, though. I mean, I think Chicago had a bad first game. They've won 3 straight. Chicago's the real deal. I always said they were. And I always said they're going to win that division. So I like Chicago over there in London, over where the actual Big Ben is, to ring the bell and light Oakland up. So I like Chicago. Arizona getting 3 at Cincinnati. My God, if there was a toilet bowl, here it is. Both these teams haven't won a game. Arizona's got a better record than Cincinnati, unfortunately. Actually 0-3-1, and they actually tied a game, and they should have won. But no one cares about these 2 garbage teams. No one cares about Arizona and Cincinnati this year. Arizona and Kyler Murray, the rookie quarterback, will get their first win. I believe that. Cincinnati has no freaking offense line. None whatsoever. And if they start Andy Dalton, listen, I know people are saying on my other video, give him a chance. People, I've given him 5 fucking years. He hasn't changed. He's, excuse my language, but he's a, what more? How much more time can I give Andy Dalton? The guy sucks. He is what he is. He's a backup quarterback. He's Ryan Fitzpatrick 2.0. It is what he is. Don't even get me started. I don't want to hear. All I've heard is excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse for Andy Dalton. Dalton sucks. There's no 2 ways about it. He is what he is. So, that off my chest. I mean, 7 years ain't, or 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it's been, isn't enough time to, whatever. You guys kind of look silly when you say that, just saying. I've given him more than enough time. Just like Marvin Lewis got more than enough time. So, I'm sorry. I hate to be, if I sound disrespectful, I'm sorry, but no more time. The guy sucks. But I will say, do not put Ryan Finley in behind that offensive line. If they did that, he will get killed. And someone actually did agree with me in another video. But anyways, Arizona wins this game in a toilet bowl in an ugly game, 16-10. In a game no one gives a shit about. Cincinnati's going to be the 0-5 club. Jacksonville getting 3.5 at Carolina. I like Carolina in this game. Jacksonville got lucky to win last week. Denver's not as bad as their record. I don't believe that. But Gardner Minshew, pronounced it right, or Uncle Rico. He does look like Uncle Rico from freaking Napoleon Dynamite, honestly. It's kind of funny. Someone pointed that out, and I can actually totally see that now. But I like Carolina. Without Cam Newton, they're starting to win, so I like them at home here to keep it going. New York Giants getting 5.5 at home against Minnesota. Here's my upset special of the week. I like the New York Giants to beat Minnesota outright. Kirk Cousins, it looks like he's in shamble. He has no offensive line. Daniel Jones is freaking playing good football. I know it's been 2 games, but the Giants look better right now than they have in 2 years. They're at home. And Minnesota's overrated quarterback, Kirk Cousins, I like the New York Giants. That's my upset of the week. I like the Giants at home outright. Not with the points, outright. And Minnesota's going to get exposed. Washington getting 15.5 at home against New England. Might as well give them 30. New England 48, Washington 3. It's going to be a massacre. New York Jets getting 13.5 at Philadelphia. Philadelphia coming off that big win at Green Bay. They're at home against the Jets. I like the Eagles 41-10. Another massacre. Tampa Bay getting 3.5 at New Orleans, who surprised me last week and scored 55 points. Yes, it was a shock, but come on, people. I mean, some of you act like you knew it was going to happen. If you would have said a week ago Tampa Bay was going to score 55 points at the Rams of all places, you'd have been asked what you were smoking. So, yeah, they shocked me. I don't buy it. It was a fluke. Jameis Winston put up godlike numbers. We all know he's not that good. At New Orleans, they're doing good with Teddy Bridgewater. I look for New Orleans to beat Tampa Bay outright. Atlanta getting 5 at Houston. I like Houston 21-13. I don't know why, just ugly game maybe. Houston's not that bad. Atlanta's not that bad, but I like Houston. Buffalo getting 3 at Tennessee. The Buffalo Bills, after the only reason, in my opinion, the only reason Buffalo lost that game last week is because they beat themselves and they turned the ball over. They still held the Patriots to 16 points. 16 points with all the freaking turnovers Buffalo had. They still held the Patriots 15 points. Now they're on the road against Tennessee, a garbage-ass team, and freaking overhyped freaking Marcus Mariota. No. I'll take Buffalo all day long to rebound. Yeah, Tennessee sucks. Buffalo's going to rebound. Even though Buffalo didn't win last week, to me, they're for real. The only reason they lost is because they beat themselves. So, take Buffalo. Denver getting 6.5 at the LA Chargers. Well, unfortunately, Denver Bronco fans, as the old saying goes, it's going to get worse before it gets better. You're also going to be part of the 0-5 club. You're not as bad as your record, but you're going to be part of the 0-5 club. Joe Flacco's not the answer, obviously. Green Bay getting 3.5 at Dallas. Good game here. Both these teams coming off a loss after being undefeated, after both being 3-0. Dallas played freaking horrible last week, no doubt about it. Scored 10 points on a team led by Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, I know it's the Saints, but still, Teddy Bridgewater, really? If Drew Brees would have been playing, it would have been a 41-10 game. But, yeah, so Dallas played like shit, no doubt about it. Green Bay, they didn't play like shit, they just didn't do enough to win the game. It's at Dallas, they're getting 3.5. Green Bay is. Guess what? I like Green Bay. I just think Green Bay's a better team coming in this game. I think Dallas has got a couple quirks to figure out yet. And let's be honest, Dallas' first 3 opponents were freaking dog shit. The New York Giants, not now because they got Daniel Jones, but with Eli Manning, they were dog shit. They played the Dolphins, and God, who else did they freaking beat? I can't remember. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, Washington. Yeah. So you got Giants with Eli Manning, garbage. Washington and Miami. I mean, they had a pretty easy schedule coming in the season. So, yeah, that's just the way it is, like Green Bay. Sunday night, Indianapolis getting 11 at Kansas City. Kansas City. Now, okay, listen. Right off the gate, Kansas City's a good team. Very good team, obviously. No doubt about it. Patrick Mahomes is a hell of a quarterback. Here's why I lost a little respect for Patrick Mahomes, okay? Bear with me, Chiefs fans. And any of you who have watched the NFL in the 90s like I did, you'll understand. You can't compare yourself to Troy Aikman. You can't. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you don't have a Super Bowl ring. Anybody can be good in the regular season. I'm sorry. Ask Peyton Manning. He'll tell you. Okay? Anybody can be good in the regular season. And you play in a totally different era, Mahomes. You play in a freaking NFL league now that is full of freaking fines and penalties. You can't get touched. You can't get touched. You can't touch the quarterback anymore in the NFL. I was having a discussion at this at a restaurant the other day, and he agreed with me. Random stranger, I said, you can't touch the quarterback anymore. That's why you got quarterbacks like throwing 400, 500, 550 yards. That's why you got people. Andy Dalton throwing freaking 450 yards. Is he that good? Absolutely not. But if you can't get touched, anybody can throw 400 yards. That's the difference, honestly, Mahomes. You're a great quarterback, but you can't compare yourself to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman played in a time in the NFL where you took hit after hit after hit after hit. Today, you get freaking bumped wrong, you get a 15-yard penalty or you get fined. So, no, I'm sorry. You're not Troy Aikman. Never will be. Unless you get 3 or 4 Super Bowls, and even then, the argument could be made you play in a league where you can't touch the quarterback. And not to mention the NFL's rigged. Maybe it always was, but now it's really bad. So anyways, and Mahomes, you're forgetting you're on the cover of Madden. You know something's going to happen. I hope not. I really do. No offense, Chiefs fans, but you know what's going to happen. The Madden curse always happens. The only time the Madden curse didn't hurt somebody is Barry Sanders is because he isn't in the league anymore. So, no, I'm not a Chiefs hater at all. I sound like I am, but I'm really not. But to him to come out and compare himself to Troy Aikman, son, you're not even in the same category. You play in 2 different generations. 2 different generations. That's like me saying that I knew what Vietnam was like when I have no freaking clue. How could I relate myself to a Vietnam veteran and say, oh yeah, I know what you went through? I can't. I only know what I see on TV. So I'm just saying you're not even in the same category. I just wanted to throw that out there. I think that was disrespectful to Troy Aikman, to tell you the truth. But anyways, will the Chiefs win this game? Yeah, but I'm taking the Colts to the 11 points. Kansas City got lucky to win last week. I'm sorry, they did. I think they got lucky to win the week before against Baltimore. So, they're good, but I like the Colts at 11 points. Monday night, Cleveland getting 3.5 at San Francisco. Is San Francisco as good as their 3-0 record? I believe so. But Cleveland Browns, man, they play anything like they did last week, San Francisco's in trouble. San Francisco's going to have to stay mistake-free in this game. Nick Chubb is a freaking beast, honestly. Baker Mayfield, I still question him a little bit, but taking a gamble, I think San Francisco is going to win this game very slightly on a last-second field goal, which means Cleveland will cover. San Francisco is going to win 17-14. I think it's going to be a really defensive, physical game. I think you're going to see both quarterbacks play good, and yeah. That's what I like. So, there's your Week 5 picks. I know I'm a little late, but it is what it is, people. Good luck to all your teams.